Inside Out is presented by HTC. This is life. Connect with it. And sponsored in part by Luke Rankin, Rankin & Rankin Law Firm. Experience you can trust. And by Clark Parker with Myrtle Beach CPAs, proudly serving the area for over 40 years.
Spring is here, and so are you. So let's get on with April's Inside Out. There'll be music, there'll be dancing. And in all of my 46 years in radio and television, I had never been to a chicken swap. And so that's where we begin. Let's head to Loris. Welcome to downtown Loris, where I am attending my very first ever chicken swap. Meet Reverend Lloyd Williamson. He says he's been into chickens ever since he was a kid, and he kind of runs this operation on various Saturdays. So let's find out how it all got started. You loved chickens, you told me when you were...
loved chickens. I'd been to chicken swaps all around, and I thought it would be nice for Loris to have one. And we're trying to get started. The weather's been rough, but we're here this morning, and I think the ones that's been here and to have a part of it, and it's going to grow even more.
And you were raised around here, weren't you, Lloyd?
I was raised around Aner Methodist Rehoboth section of Horry County until I was about 18, and I moved to Loris when I got married, and I've been here ever since.
And I mentioned that it's Reverend Lloyd Williamson.
Yes,
Tell me about what church you've had.
I've been pastoring a body of believers out at Finkley Crossroads ever since about, I believe it was 99 when we started. And the first year I stepped down on account of my health. My assistant pastor took over the first of the year.
But the good news is you haven't given up on life, and you're
No,
still
ma'am.
running these chicken
Yes,
swaps.
ma'am, and telling people about the Lord.
So tell everybody where we are today and how often you have these chicken swaps.
We have chicken swaps the fourth Saturday of each month, and we're at Todd's Lawn and Garden on Railroad Avenue in Loris. We'll be having them, I hope, for a long time.
So tell me what kind of chickens you usually bring to the table.
Well, I've had some of all kinds, Golden Comet, Red Cross, Dominicers. I've had Aracanas, Americanas, Turkey Necks, and all kinds.
So Lloyd, what happens at a chicken swap? Do people just swap different types of chickens? Is there money involved? Is it bartering? How does it work?
People come and when they get there, sometimes it's buying, and they come to an agreement on a price of a chicken, and they buy them and take them there. Sometimes they might want to trade a hen or a rooster, and whatever they come, there might be a little bit of money involved with that, but it might be even trade. Whatever they come with, whatever they might have that they want to trade, and whatever they work out, that's what they come up with.
I think it's time to learn the different types of chicken. So
Yep.
let's go talk to someone else that I met here at the chicken swap. So John Gilchrist, tell me what kind of chickens we got here.
We got a rooster here, leghorn, 2 hens, white cross, and a golden comet.
Well, they're beautiful. How long have you been raising chickens?
All my life.
So how did it all begin for you?
Well, let's start off with my granddaddy, young child right there, messing with the eggs, messing with the chickens, and then my granddaddy, my daddy, and my uncle. So nobody don't really mess with them now but me.
But now you don't do this full time. Tell us what you really do.
I work with the state, DOT, pave roads. We might do a little ditching or some concrete sidewalks. But other than that, I like doing this here on Saturdays.
I need to know more about chickens, though. Can a chicken from one breed with another chicken, or do you just breed chickens of the same breed?
No, ma'am. You can take a Leghorn rooster and breed him with a Rhode Island Red, and they can become a Golden Comet.
I see, but can they breed, like if you just had a bunch of chickens running around the field, do they choose to breed with others that are not of their same breed?
Yes, ma'am. They're just as long as there's another female chicken, it don't matter which chicken it is, they'll still get up breed with that other chicken.
I see, but I guess when it comes to trading, you want to kind of keep it, within what people want.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. I want to keep it. If somebody they like the golden buffs, I want to keep them golden buff. I don't want to have a mixed chicken in that because I can make more money with the full purebred golden buff than a mixed chicken.
Which chicken produces the best eggs?
Most times it's a meat chicken, a Rhode Island Red, or maybe a Golden Comets. Them probably about the best chicken.
I know that throughout the county, certain neighborhoods aren't allowed to have chickens, but for those who can have chickens, what do you recommend if they're just getting started in raising chickens in their own backyard?
Well, make sure they got them a good fence that they can't fly though, something over the top so hawks can't get to them.
And coyotes.
Yeah, coyotes and foxes, possum. They can't get to them, and keep a light somewhere where you can see them.
Just make them comfortable, right?
Yes, ma'am.
John, thank you so much. I'm going to move on over to another type of chicken. Let's go. Thanks, John.
All right.
Dalton, what kind of chickens do you and Josh have here? What is this one?
He is a Rhode Island Red mixed rooster.
Beautiful. How old is he?
He's about 1.5 years.
And is he just used for breeding?
He was one I hatched out about 1 year ago, and he's just got a good personality. I ended up just keeping him.
So
just to have him.
We're not going to eat this chicken.
No, he's a pet.
He's a pet, but he does kind of rule the roost, so to speak.
Yeah, he's the pen I got him in with the other hens. He kind of does.
Tell me about these little ones here. Are they fully grown?
Yes, ma'am. They won't get no bigger than that.
And what are they good for?
Ornamental, almost. That's about all they are, is ornamental.
Do they produce eggs?
A little bitty egg, about like that big.
Can you eat them?
Oh yeah, you can eat them, but they don't add up to about 3 of them for a normal chicken egg.
So a lot of people want to have them just to look good around the farm?
Yeah, and they got good little personalities on them. They'll come running to you when you go out there and everything.
So do you and Josh do well when you come to the chicken swaps?
Yes, ma'am. We've came out here a few times, and we've come to a few different ones, and we found some pretty cool. They've had some nice birds out there and stuff that we can trade and buy and everything else.
And Dalton and Josh, I'm just in love with bunnies, and these guys are precious. But keeping them together must mean that you want some babies.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a little bit about bunnies. When they do breed, how long does it take to have babies?
The gestation period is 31 days, and they're done milking at 4 weeks old, and they can start breeding at 10 weeks old. And they breed like rabbits. And they normally have about anywhere between 12 and 15 babies.
There looks like there's a deal going on between Lloyd and Dalton. Let's listen in.
How much you want for these 3 roosters?
I asked them $10 a piece for them.
10? I tell you what, 10 I can't handle, but I tell you what, I'll give you $8 a piece for them.
That'll work. I'll do that.
You'll handle that?
Yeah, I'll do
All
it.
right.
Thanks, man.
All right, thank you.
So if you want to attend your first chicken swap, be sure to check it out at Todd's Seed and Garden Shop in Loris, or call my friend, Reverend Lloyd Williamson.
Up next, the Wellness Warehouse for body, mind, and spirit.
No matter where the day takes me, HTC provides the high-speed internet services I need. HTC delivers faster speeds, 24/7 local tech support, and free in-home Wi-Fi right here to Horry and Georgetown counties. As trusted community members serving up world-class internet service, I know HTC will keep my family connected to what matters most. Because you are here, and so are we.
High-speed internet starting at 100 megabits per second. Call today.
HTC. This is life. Connect with it.
We're at the Wellness Warehouse in Little River on Highway 9 behind the Renovation Church. I found a wonderful dancer who's been dancing since she was 18 months old, who's created her own exercise class and has developed a wonderful business here at Wellness Warehouse in only just a couple of months because you got quite a following, Patty Barwick.
We do. We opened up January 2nd in this location. I've been a fitness instructor in this area for 9 years now. As you said, I've been dancing my entire life. And it was time for me to come out on my own. So we found the perfect location here at the Wellness Warehouse, and we've really turned it into just a home away from home for a lot of my students.
Before we talk about the classes themselves, Patty, we have a little picture here that your mom gave me from when you were little. And I understand she was anxious to chase you out of the house at 18 months old.
She was. I was pretty much tearing up the house, so she called a local dance studio and begged them to get me out of her house. And she took me to dance, and my instructor looked at her when she picked me up and was like, "Good luck getting her out of here." And I've been dancing ever since.
Instant love.
Instant.
So what kind of dance over the years has been your specialty?
I've done tap, ballet, jazz, lyrical, hip hop, point, salsa, and ballroom, clogging.
Clogging reminds me about some connection with the Moscow Ballet.
When I was about 9 or 10, I went to an open audition here when they were here in town, and the prima ballerina actually wanted to know what clogging was. So I got up in my ballet shoes, no music, did it in front of about 400 people, and that got me a dancing part with the Moscow State Ballet for their Nutcracker that season. I was actually a Sugar Plum Fairy, and they threw me into a couple other numbers because I was as tall as the other dancers. So they were like, "Here, go, have fun."
I think you're still a Sugar Plum Fairy, no doubt about it. Patty, tell me about the classes you offer here, and it's more than just exercise.
Yes, I really have focused with this building. I want to do mind, body, and soul health because so many people, they can't get their physical body in shape until they're right mentally or in a good place spiritually. So we do a lot of, I've had students come in here and they've had a horrible day, and the first 20 minutes of class is them just, crying and we're talking with them. Or I have students that they've just gone through divorce or lost a husband or lost a child, and we're such a community. We've done charity events together. We've rallied together when one of our girls lost a lot of stuff in a disaster. And it's more of a community for my students. When somebody doesn't show up, everybody else is going, "Where are you? Why aren't you here?" And I have mothers and daughters. I have one of my students was bringing her great-granddaughter with her to classes. So we have best friends. We've had people that have become best friends through the classes. So it's more of a community. I personally teach multiple different formats. I teach House Party, which is a hip-hop based. It was originated in New Jersey, and I'm actually an instructor trainer, so I can certify people to teach that. My teaching partner teaches Pound. I also teach that with her. She's my right hand. She's wonderful. Anytime I have to be out for any reason, she's right there. I have another girl that teaches boot camps. I have one of my good friends teaching yoga. So we have not only strength classes, but we have Pound, which is like a dance cardio, but you keep rhythm with drumsticks. We teach the strength, but we do a lot of body work because a lot of people don't understand. You don't have to be in a gym lifting 400-pound weights. You can lift your body weight and get just as good of a workout.
But I was most impressed, Patty, with the dance that you have created. A lot like Zumba, but definitely unique. Definitely yes. Patty Barwick.
Yes, absolutely. I taught Zumba for many years, and I found that my students were getting not bored with it, but just they kind of fell into that lull where they would show up, not give me 100% because they knew what was coming next. So I put my head together with a couple other people, and I was like, you know what? Let's come up with something. And the perfect name we came up with was Let's Dance, because what else do you want to do when you're working out? Is you just want to dance
and have fun.
Exactly. But I like to sneak in the toning, and we'll do a really high cardio, then a really low cardio, and let your heart rate spike through that. So we do everything from country, hip hop, Latin, pop, a little bit of everything. I mean, my playlist goes from Frank Sinatra to Bruno Mars, and then goes back to the disco era. So up and down all over the place. But that's why my students are so broad in the demographic that I have. I have 17-year-olds and I have 73-year-olds, and they all have just as much fun in the same class.
This is a wonderful place for not only dance and exercise, but for community. So if you're looking for fellowship with other wonderful women, Patty, what are your hours here?
Well, we start classes at 5 a.m. They run through the morning until about 10:30, and then we open up again Monday, Wednesdays at 5, and we're open until 7. Those hours will change once we add more classes.
And when Patty's not here, she works over at the House of Blues. So she's a very busy person, but her heart is surely here at the Wellness Warehouse. Located where?
Right behind Renovation Church.
And that's Highway 9 in Little River. Good luck, my friend Patty.
Thank you very much.
Hang tight. Coming up next, it's Tony's Wiener Wagon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Howard, and I've known Clark Parker for a long time. Clark has been my CPA for the original Benjamin since 2006. He has proven himself to be knowledgeable, dependable, and available. I consider him to be an integral part of my business success. I even trust Clark for my personal estate planning. Small problems or large, Clark can help you navigate through them successfully.
Clark Parker and Myrtle Beach CPAs, proudly serving the area for over 40 years.
As part of the worldwide celebration of Leonard Bernstein's 100th birthday, the Carolina Master Chorale is proud to present 2 Bernstein operettas, Trouble in Tahiti and Candide. Concerts are at the Ocean View Baptist Church in Myrtle Beach on Saturday, April 27th at 7:30 and on Sunday, April 28th at 4 p.m. Come celebrate the music of an American master. For tickets, call or go online to carolinamasterchorale.com.
Get ready for some great dancing. Right now, you're going to meet Jackson Batten and Mary Elizabeth Jacobs. They were the winners of the National Shag Dance Championships Junior 2 Division, as well as Best Overall. Jackson is from North Myrtle Beach and currently a student at USC. Take a look. We should all be mighty proud of this kind of dancing.
Elizabeth N. Jackson.
This segment of Inside Out is brought to you by Clark Parker with Myrtle Beach CPAs, proudly serving the area for over 40 years.
So we asked people throughout Horry and Georgetown counties, where do you go to get the best hot dog? And the name Tony's Wiener Wagon kept coming up. Now, I loved that name, of course, but I had never been to Tony's. And then we found him at Socastee Hardware on Dick Pond Road, where people were lined up to get hot dogs and sausage dogs. Tony, my goodness, you are a celebrity in town, and I had no idea.
I always knew I had it in me.
Yes, you do. First of all, tell me how you got into the hot dog business.
Well, I'm retired, and I love these hot dogs. I ate them my whole life up north. This is a basic wagon that you'll see on the streets of New York, and the Sabrett hot dog is what they sell up there. They're a natural casing, snapping dog with all kinds of toppings. You don't see it down here. Or you don't see it a lot of places, you know. So I decided I wanted to give it a shot, working for myself. I like to talk to people and stuff, and it seemed like a good idea. So I'm trying it out.
It's obviously a good idea. How long have you been doing this?
3 years.
But before that, what did you do? Before you retired?
I worked for Interstate Batteries as a regional sales rep in the tri-state area up north, and we decided to move down here because of taxes, and family had moved here and everybody was leaving New York. Came down here, worked at the local distributorship for a while, and I decided I wanted to try something for myself.
And you love to cook, I heard, but you usually cook Italian.
I cook Italian at home. My wife cooks everything else. And now that we've been together for 18 years, she comes in every once in a while telling me how to make my meatballs and stuff. So we have a little, you know.
But she doesn't tell you how to cook hot dogs.
My wife tells me how to do everything, so. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I asked Tony where he got those cool sunglasses. Tell me the story, Tony.
We were up in Cape May last summer on vacation with some family. Needed glasses, went into a beach store. These presented themselves. My wife told me she would leave me if I bought them, and so I bought 2 pair. She's still here, and she's used to them a little bit, I guess.
Oh, I like them. I think they're cool. And I heard that about you. People said you were just the coolest guy and had the greatest hot dogs. So show me.
Well, you're half right anyway, I guess.
Show me what it's all about inside. This is a really cool truck.
Okay. So it's basically it's a steam table.
You don't want to steam my makeup or frizz my hair now.
I'm going to do my best not to.
Okay.
It's a steam table. To this side, I keep all my hot dogs and sausage. Okay.
Some of them are different sizes.
This is a Polish sausage. This is a regular hot dog. And in here somewhere, that's the Italian sauce. That's an Italian sausage. It's not a dog.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'm salivating already.
Chili.
Right?
I have sauerkraut. I keep my buns over here, keep them steamed and warm.
Let me look at your buns.
That's it.
Wrong
Right.
buns.
Those aren't steamed.
Wrong buns.
Those aren't steamed. And then I keep the mustard and ketchup and all that stuff. And I let people do it if they want to do it themselves, but I prefer to do it myself. Because it's about building a hot dog and it looks good. You don't just squirt the stuff, all over there.
It's about presentation.
Right, exactly.
Now, Tony, I heard that you're serving anywhere from 50 to 100 hot dogs a day. That shows that Tony's Wiener Wagon is pretty darn popular.
Well, this is a very good spot. Charles was nice enough to let me be here. He's got a constant bit of traffic, especially with the propane. Also, the rental place next door here, there's a lot of traffic, a lot of foot traffic. People are out, working guys. Carpenters, plumbers, all that. That's the kind of guys that'll knock down 3 hot dogs in 5 minutes.
Well, the Socastee Hardware guys told me they've gained 10 pounds since Tony came to town.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
So it's like a neon sign, this umbrella. It draws the eye, so people are looking here, and when they say the hot dog guy, I got a hot dog at the hot dog guy, where is he? Over at Socastee Hardware. So it's kind of a marriage. It kind of helps both, you know what I mean? So I have people who come here now just for the hot dog, and I'm here Monday to Friday, 10:30 to 3, every day as long as it's not raining or too windy or what have you.
And then on Saturdays, I hear that sometimes you're at the Market Common Farmers Market or you're at a festival.
Right. Market Common has the Waccamaw
Co-op,
the food co-op, farmers co-op. So I was there 3 times a week last week, in Surfside 2 days and Market Common. Now that I'm here, I won't be in the Surfside one, but I'll be on Saturday in the Market Common.
Tony, I want you to build me what is your most famous hot dog. What is the one you sell the most? I want you to build for me.
The most famous hot dog would be, I guess the one I sell the most is hot dogs, chili, and onions. I mean, that's the biggest seller I have.
Now, I wouldn't like raw onions.
Right.
But I heard from a little birdie that you have the most wonderful chili onions in some kind of sauce.
Okay. The chili is separate. The onions and the red sauce are separate. It's not a chili onions. It's just a light tomato sauce with cooked onions. It's the best kept secret down here. Up north, it's a staple.
Okay, I want to try that.
Down here, people like the chopped onions.
I don't like chopped onions because raw onions make me burp.
Okay, well then I'm going to give you one with the cooked onions, and I'm sure that you will enjoy it.
You got it.
All
As
right.
you're doing that, Tony, I want to know, is it difficult to start a food truck? I mean, we all know this is new for our community. I've talked to some other friends who have tried to start food trucks, and they say it's very difficult.
There's
hoops you have
a
to
lot
jump
of hoops.
through.
There's 5 points. You need an owner to let you on his property. You need DHEC to approve you. You need a commissary to do whatever you do kitchen-wise, clean your pans, blah, blah, blah,
who is
whatever.
yours?
And mine is Rick's Fish House in Surfside, and
Rockaway something.
Yeah, it's Far Rockaway is their catering arm, so that's the umbrella I'm out of, but it's the same building. And so I'm locked up with them and Charles here at Sockesty Hardware. Of course, what I do, that's the 3rd point. DHEC is the 4th, and planning and zoning is the final arm.
Well, congratulations. You jumped through the hoops beautifully to be here for 3 years in
I'm
business.
all for planning and zoning. I think they should make the hoops harder now because I'm in, and the hell with the rest of them.
There
all
you
right?
go.
All
Go
right,
for
so-
these hot dogs. I'm getting hungry
So-
just smelling them.
These are, they're 8 to a pound natural casing hot dogs, 100% all beef, and everybody loves them. They're good.
Well, and the price is right. And looking at the menu,
Right.
it's three what?
No, I sell. It's $2.75 for one, and I sell 2 for $5, and that includes all the toppings. So I mean, you can't beat that.
No,
you know?
where can
And
you
then
go for lunch for $5? And you're
and
going to
then-
certainly want 2.
For $6, I give a soda and a chip and 2 hot dogs. So I mean, and that again, that comes any way you want them.
So this is what I have heard people talk about.
This is the onions. They're really good.
And I think that's what I heard about, the little sauce that's on the onions.
Now I have ketchup, mustard,
Just a little chili.
a little chili.
Maybe a little mustard.
Okay, a little chili.
Should I get you the mustard? I'll grab it.
Well, it depends on which one you want. We have brown and we have yellow.
I'll do some yellow.
Okay, and everything seems to be geographical. In the South, yellow mustard, chili, chopped onions,
And slaw.
and slaw.
Yes.
Up north, brown mustard, sauerkraut, and the red onions. That's about that handles about 40 and 40%, and the other 20% get whatever. But that you can pretty much tell where they're from
By what they order?
By what they order, and I'm sure that that's true in a lot of different things.
Well, that is beautiful.
Okay, and then I give a little napkin.
Yes, I would think I am going to need a little napkin.
You're going to need at least one.
Well, I'm only going to eat one, and I think I might save a bite for my handsome cameraman, my
I think he
husband.
deserves it.
Or maybe we should get him his own hot dog.
Or maybe.
I may not want to share this.
You might
Tony, one more time, remind everybody where you are here, Monday
I
through
am
Friday.
at Sockesty Hardware. Come and see Charles. He has everything. Monday to Friday, 10:30 to 3, weather permitting.
Tony's Wiener Wagon.
Tony's Wiener Wagon.
Now I can tell everyone I've eaten at the famous Tony's Wiener Wagon at Socastee Hardware, and I am not sharing this with Chuck.
Okay.
Get him his own.
I'll do it.
Make him pay double.
Two
Thank
for
you.
five.
Thank you so much. I love it.
At 99 years old, he plays golf by day and jazz guitar by night. You'll meet him right after this.
As fellow community members, HTC believes in helping friends and neighbors protect what matters most. With integrated home technology, I can control my home and security system from my smartphone. HTC Security makes my job easier and keeps my world running smoothly. No matter where the day takes me, HTC brings reliable, world-class security right here to Horry and Georgetown counties because you are here, and so are we.
Secure what matters most with HTC Connected Home.
HTC. This is life. Connect with it.
I want y'all to meet my new friend, Nat Picciarelli. Many people had told me about Nat. He's a snowbird from Rhode Island who comes here and has been for 10 years to play golf and to play music. But at 99 years young, he is nothing short of amazing. And so, Nat, first of all, why did you and your wife, before she passed away, decide on Myrtle Beach as your second home?
Well, I've always liked Myrtle Beach. I had been here with a group of people from my job, and we played golf. And that was the only time I'd been here, and that must have been like 1975, something like that. But before that, I'd been going to California, Palm Springs, and spending 3 months out there, playing music also playing golf, of course. Golf has been my passion for a long time. So after 30 years or so, my wife got kind of tired of driving all the way to California, any kind of weather. We did it every year. So I said, okay, we'll start going to Myrtle Beach. And that's been 10 years ago.
And now you're here with lots of wonderful friends. You play music with the Aristocats, who we'll hear a little bit later on.
I met a lot of beautiful friends here.
They all love you.
Oh.
You got lots of fans.
Really?
But they tell me that you play golf every day. Is that a secret to staying young?
Well, I tell people all the time, I'm a winemaker. I've been making wine since 1975. But I've been drinking wine since I was 3 years old.
That's what's kept you young.
So my mother and father, being Italian, always had wine on the table, and they gave me a little whiskey glass of wine to play. So I started drinking it rather young. And I made wine with my father till he died. About 2 years after he died, my mother said, Nazareno, that was my Italian name. Let's start making some wine. Why don't we try it? So I did. I said, okay. I probably didn't look at my father making wine too much because I didn't make it very well. When the wine was ready to drink, it was nothing but vinegar. I got rid of it. I never knew what to do with it. I didn't know how to be clean with it, sterilize. So finally, my son, who was becoming a chemist, he told me how to start making what I was doing wrong. The first year that I made the wine like he told me I should do it, I won first prize.
Wow.
I put it into a contest from the New England contest. I won a silver sommelier. It was wonderful.
And you're still making how many liters or gallons a
Gallons,
year?
I've been making 100 gallons of wine a year.
Oh.
I've cut down to about 80 right now. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be drinking a bottle of wine a day.
I think you should, because you're doing something very right. Wouldn't you say at 99? Now, during your lifetime, you were a mailman for about 25 years, I'm told, but you also taught music.
Yes, I did. Yes. I had 2 studios going on, and I've had so many students, I can't remember them now.
Tell me about your guitar, because I heard the guitar that you play with the Aristocats is one that you built and designed.
That's correct. That happened because I was strolling playing music around tables in different nightclubs and banquets. But I had to use an acoustic guitar, and it wasn't very loud. I couldn't hear it too well. Mute the noise that's in there, and the singer had to sing very loud. So I decided to add some kind of an amplifier and tie it onto the guitar. An old guitar that I had, I just cut it out and put a little bit of an amplifier in there, and that worked. But I didn't like the fact that it didn't look right, it looked like something attached to the guitar. So I decided, why can't I put an amplifier like that, but smaller, a 12-volt type thing, inside the guitar? So I did that. I built another guitar and put all the amplifier inside with a speaker on the face of it, and that was perfect.
Now this is pretty special too.
Oh,
this
yes.
is a banjo that someone designed for you, and your face is on it.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Not today, though. That's not me today.
Well, it's many moons ago, and other than no gray hair, you pretty much look the same, Nat.
Oh, great. Yeah, well, this was painted by an artist in Michigan State University. And it's wonderful. All the people love to see it.
Tell me about some of the most precious moments of your musical career.
I happened to play for George Bush.
Heard that. Wow.
Yeah, President Bush, and was in his Kennebunkport home in Maine. So that was a very wonderful day. And I also was his guest at night. I slept there.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good. And
did they fix you a good breakfast in the morning?
No, we went out and had lobster.
Oh, lobster for breakfast, of course, in Maine, of course.
Yeah, really.
And I heard you were friends with Jack Lemmon.
Jack Lemmon also, that's right. We were at a party where Jack Lemmon was at, and it was wonderful because he plays piano. So we played together. We had a little fun there. So that's another highlight in my life. And I played in Las Vegas at the Caesar's Palace. And I also played in Italy. And the nice part of that is that everybody enjoyed what I did, no matter what nationality they were. So music is universal. It's so good to hear all that.
So what's your favorite type of music to play?
Oh, I love to play jazz, but I like the jazz you can understand. If I play a song for you, like I'll be playing tonight, there'll be songs that you recognize, and I'll play it with a little bit of a twist to it, a little different. But you'll recognize it all the way through. And I really appreciate these musicians who play an awful lot of music all over the place. The technique is wonderful. But I want to understand the music that they're playing. I want to be able to sing along with that, even though it's not actually like it was written.
The band that you play with, the Aristocats, Lloyd Kaplan and his clan, are just a wonderful group of people. And you play during the winter months at the Bull and Bush in Myrtle Beach, and that's on the bypass.
Yeah.
And I understand that in the winter months, they can't even fit all the people in the club who come to hear you guys.
We have established a nice fan here, yes. Very appreciative of that.
So what is there left to do for my buddy Nat? I mean, Nat, at 99, you look incredible. You play golf every day, you make wine, you're playing music. Is there something that you really feel there's yet to do?
I feel that I'm doing just exactly what I want to do. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I have no regrets. I've done a lot of stuff. My wife and I have been going around seeing everything in the United States. We've been to Italy 4 times. I can't say I want to do anything else. I'm happy.
That's awesome. And I know that in just a couple of days you'll be returning to Rhode Island, but hopefully you'll be coming back to celebrate your 100th birthday in Myrtle Beach next year. And I want to be at the birthday party. Deal?
Okay. Thank you very much.
You got it, Nat. We look forward to hearing you tonight at the Bull and Bush.
Beautiful.
100th birthday party next year. We'll all be there.
Oh, wow. I can't believe it.
Thanks, Nat.
Toe tapping music next with Lloyd Kaplan and the Aristocats.
Hi, I'm Luke Rankin. Horry County is my home. I was born and raised here, and for nearly 31 years, I've been helping people. I'm an attorney. When folks need help after an accident, if they've been injured on the job or denied Social Security benefits, they call me. No screaming, no crashing cars here, just a serious offer to help. If you need legal advice or assistance, go with experience. Give me a call. Luke Rankin, Rankin & Rankin Law Firm. Experience you can trust.
Well, you just met Nat Piccarelli in our last segment. He plays with a wonderful community band, Lloyd Kaplan and the Aristocats. It's jazz. Get ready to shake a leg.
Right after this break, you'll learn all about Champion Autism Network. Stay tuned.
As fellow community members, HTC knows the precious value of family time spent together. That's why HTC delivers faster speeds, 24/7 local tech support, and free Wi-Fi. No matter where the day takes me, HTC serves up the world-class high-speed internet you need to stay connected to your world. Because you are here, and so are we.
High-speed internet starting at 100 megabits per second. Call today.
HTC. This is life. Connect with it.
This segment of Inside Out is brought to you by Luke Rankin, Rankin & Rankin Law Firm. Experience you can trust.
Today we're going to learn about Champion Autism Network. I want you to meet Becky Lard. She heads up this organization and has done an incredible job during its existence over the past 6 years here along the Grand Strand. And the main theme of this organization is to educate people and businesses on autism. And Becky, first of all, what was your interest in this and how did you get involved?
I have a child who's on the autism spectrum, and we relocated here from New Jersey just a little bit over 7 years ago. And it just became evident that there was a lot of support for families or for the person with autism through ABA therapies and different organizations, but there really wasn't anything for the families. And autism is challenging, and when you want to leave the house, the person with autism often becomes uncomfortable and anxious, and when they leave the home, they might become overstimulated from sights, sounds, and smells, and have a tantrum or a meltdown. And when that happens, you're met with a lot of criticism and judgment. Your child is evil and uncontrollable, or you're a horrible parent, when actually we're a family in crisis. So when you're met with that kind of judgment, you just opt not to leave the house. So we were kind of born out of that, wanting to support the families. So we try and provide traditional family experiences modified for families, modified for the person with autism.
Your brochure is incredible, and it talks a lot about the things that you're doing in the community. But I was amazed that the diagnosis rate is 1 in 59 children.
Yes, and that number has, of course, increased since, I think in 2010 it was 1 in 120. The diagnosis is on the rise. A lot of that, maybe not a lot of it, but some of it is attributed to the changes in the diagnostic criteria that happened a couple of years ago, but certainly it is on the rise.
Some of the wonderful things that you've done in the community, I want you to brag on that for me, because I know you've been to the aquarium, you've worked with movies, and what is it that you're actually doing with these businesses in the community?
Well, we walk through with the businesses and we talk to them about different accommodations that would help our people with autism. Bringing up the lights, like the aquarium, for instance, bringing up the house lights where we can, and the different exhibits that we're able to do that, turning off the music, having it the visits at a time when there aren't a lot of people there, or even having it before the venue opens. It just kind of depends on the different business. We try and really be sensitive to what they can handle operationally and what accommodations they're willing to make for us, because in our minds, anything is better than nothing. And just having the opportunity to get out and play is wonderful. And we're so grateful for the support that we've received.
You've gone into many hotels too, Becky, and educated employees in these hotels so that they better understand autism. And you told me something really neat about love.
Yes, well, that's one of our main messages, is of course to reduce judgment and criticism so our families have the courage to leave the house. And it's really not hard. You just have to lead with love. And, instead of being critical, just think, this is a family who needs help, and a kind smile or maybe an offer of help, rather than any kind of horrible comment you could make.
So on your website for Champion Autism Network, you're also able to share with people throughout the country who might want to come here to Myrtle Beach on vacation some of the places that have worked with you, who are better equipped to deal with a child who has autism?
We have created a program, it's called the CAN Card program, and where, when we first started this initiative, restaurants really, and venues wanted to know, how would we know if there was somebody with autism on premise? So we created this CAN Card, and people can contact us, we can mail it to them, they can pick them up at different places in the area. And a participating business offers a service or a discount. Johnny D's, for example, offers a 10% discount when you present the card, and also if they have a wait, you get to the head of the line, because many of our people have comorbidities like ADHD and things and have a really hard time waiting in line. So anytime we can, eliminate that and reduce stress, it's all good. So the CAN Card program has been really wonderful, and all the participating businesses are on our website.
And I know on your website you've also bragged about the town of Surfside Beach.
Yes, in January of 2016, when we started to train the area restaurants, it just became apparent that, we live in this fabulous tourism destination, and it would be a great opportunity for the entire region if we attracted tourists of our families. If we're going to do this for our families here, why not invite the world to come play with us at the beach? So that's kind of where the tourism initiative was born. January 2016, Surfside Beach issued the declaration of being an autism-friendly travel destination, and then the city of Myrtle Beach did the same thing in October of 2018, and Horry County in December of 2018.
And Becky, I heard that our municipal airport has also worked with you.
Yes, and 2 years ago, last August, we opened the Quiet Room, which is in the baggage claim. And so if you can imagine being a tourist family flying in where your child has been told to sit still and be quiet for several hours, it enables them to come out down into baggage claim, and with a caregiver, there's little cubbies and things they can kind of crawl around in while somebody else goes, collects the bags and gets the rental car. And it just gives them an opportunity to be safe in an environment where they can kind of let loose a little bit. And it's been wonderful, and we're so grateful for the airport for making that space for our families.
But you and a couple of volunteers are doing everything. I would imagine you could use some more help.
Well, of course, always. There's always more to do. And besides the fact we just want the public to be accepting and aware and non-judgmental, certainly there's opportunities to, there's always some sort of administrative help we need, or maybe perhaps if somebody wants to help us increase our business network and have more businesses participate, help us to train them, that would be wonderful. And if there's ever an opportunity that a business wants to get involved, whether it be through participating in the CAN Card program, or have their employees trained, or sponsor, or even silent auction items, we're grateful for everything.
And so I heard some big news too, that the BBC was here to interview you.
We were, yes, absolutely. We caught international attention. The BBC is doing a second documentary. The first one was on a father and son in Wales, and they came to America to document communities that are supporting people with autism and their families. And they came to Surfside Beach and hung out with us for 2 days and followed us around. And so we're really looking forward to having this area highlighted for what we're doing in support of our families.
Well, let's face it, we've always been declared, Surfside especially, a family beach. The area is a family beach destination. So Becky, what you're doing I think is really incredible in support of autism as well as in support of the area. Bravo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And so friends, if you would like to get involved in a wonderful organization helping Becky train businesses throughout the community, if you have any financial support you'd like to offer, or in any way you can help Champion Autism Network, here's the information. Give Becky a call. She'd love to hear from you, wouldn't you, Becky?
Please. Pretty please.
You got it. Over the years, I've had a wonderful opportunity to interview so many great people. President Jimmy Carter, astronaut Ronald McNair, and my buddy Mickey Spillane. But you know what? This month, it was a chicken swap. Now, do you think my career is going up? Or do you think my career is going down? I don't know. I don't care. I'm having fun. Thank you for joining me this month for Inside Out. And I'll see you next month for the May edition.
Inside Out is presented by HTC. This is Life. Connect with it. And sponsored in part by Luke Rankin, Rankin & Rankin Law Firm. Experience you can trust. And by Clark Parker with Myrtle Beach CPAs, proudly serving the area for over 40 years.